Islamic banking refers to a system of banking or banking activity that is consistent with the principles of the Sharia and its practical application through the development of Islamic economies. The principles, which emphasize moral and ethical values in all dealings, have wide universal appeal. Sharia prohibits the payment or acceptance of interest charge, which is riba, for lending and accepting money, as well as carrying out trade and other activities that provide goods or service considered contrary to its principles. Islamic banking has the same purpose as conventional banking, except that it operates in accordance with the rules of Sharia, known as MUAMALAT. The principal source of the Sharia is Quran, followed by the recorded sayings and actions of Prophet Mohammed SAW, the Hadith. Islamic banking activities or products must be practiced consistently with the Sharia and its practical application to the development of Islamic economics.
When it comes to product, Islamic banking in general has its own unique products, services, and contracts that are distinct from those offered by conventional banking. Deposits, investment, financing, trade financing, and card services are all examples of the types of products provided by Islamic banks. However, the product that Islamic banks offer, which will be the subject of today's conversation, is deposits. Therefore, before we go any further, allow me to provide a brief explanation of what exactly a deposit is. Deposits are basically a key source of financial strength for Islamic banks coming from their customers who are saving their money. They use it to expand their capacity for financing activities and hence increase shareholder profit. When it comes to mobilizing deposits, Islamic banks rely on two main sources, which is current account deposits and saving deposits. However, for today's topic, we will look at the basic savings account I, which is offered by Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad and Bank MUAMALAT Malaysia Berhad. So, why we choose Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad and Bank MUAMALAT Malaysia Berhad? Basically, the main reason of choosing these two banks is because both of these banks are the pioneer and independent full-fledged Islamic financial institution in Malaysia that has been playing the leading role in the development of the nation's Islamic banking industry, which we think is the most reliable banks that any Muslims should refer to. This is because both of the banks are strongly supported by Sharia scholars who are highly qualified and experienced in the Islamic jurisprudence, advising not only issues pertaining to Sharia product and services, but also as advisor to parties that are planning to raise Islamic capital issues or other new innovative products. In addition, both of the banks also has always been committed to their corporate social responsibility, not just by giving back to the community in which it operates, but also to the Islamic finance and banking industry as a whole through knowledge sharing and become the source of reference for the industry, as both of it is strive to uphold its status as the symbol of Islamic banks in Malaysia. Aside from that, we also choose both of these banks as they both offer the same product, which is the basic saving account I, which make distinguishing the difference between these two products given by Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad and Bank MUAMALAT Malaysia Berhad easier. This comparison will also assist us understand and evaluate the abilities, benefit, and features provided between the products supplied by these two banks, which will assist potential customers make a wise decision about which bank to choose.
Next, bank's background. For Bank Islam was established initially to provide an alternative to Muslims in this country using Sharia-based banking. Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad, registered as an Islamic bank, began operating as Malaysia's first Islamic bank on 1st July 1983. The establishment of Bank Islam in 1983 resulted from dedication inspired by the Bumiputra Economic Congress in 1980, followed by a seminar on the concept of development in Islam in 1981. It is also a joint effort of Tabung Haji, Perkim, which is a non-governmental organisation committed to preserving the welfare of Muslims throughout the country, and the National Steering Committee for Islamic Banks. Listed on the Kuala Lumpur Stock Exchange Board on 17 January 1992, Bank Islam has grown as a respected financial institution in the country, with 147 branches across the country and more than 1,200 self-service terminals. This bank offers more than 70 innovative Islamic banking products and services comparable to those offered by conventional Sharia-based banking to meet the needs of Muslim and non-Muslims. For Bank MUAMALAT Malaysia Berhad, BMMB is a fully Islamic financial institution established on 1 October 1999 and is regulated under the Islamic Financial Service Act 2013 (IFSA). Bank MUAMALAT is a member of the DRB Highcom Berhad Group, where it owns 70% of the bank's share, with the remaining interest held by Khazanah Nasional Berhad. Bank MUAMALAT Malaysia Berhad is a bank that fully practices Islamic banking in Malaysia. This bank is the second largest Islamic bank in Malaysia after Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad. Started operating in 1999, this bank is a combination of three existing banks, namely BBMB Kewangan, Bank of Commerce Berhad, and Bank Bumi Putra Malaysia Berhad. As an Islamic bank, Bank MUAMALAT Malaysia Berhad offers Islamic products and services to individuals as well as corporate customers. It can be said that this bank offers complete Islamic products and services. Bank MUAMALAT has 62 branches having internet banking facilities such as iMuamalat and eMuamalat, which refers to the ATM, CDM and CDT network that can be found in almost 240 locations nationwide.
So the description of products. For Bank Islam, this product is a basic saving account services for the consumer to deposit money at the minimal cost. And this product ensure that the low-income consumers to have access to basic banking services at minimal cost. While for Bank MUAMALAT basic savings account is a basic savings account which is economical and provides privileges to all Malaysians and permanent residents. And this deposit product is protected by Perbadanan Insurance Deposit Malaysia, in other words PIDM, up to 250,000 for each depositor. And it is just quite similar to Bank Islam BSA, but with just some slightly different benefits and so on. So for Syariah principle, for Bank Islam, it use qard. It refers to a contract of lending money by a lender to a borrower where the latter is bound to repay an equivalent replacement amount of the lender. And the customer shall give consent to the bank to deal with the whole or any part of any balances in the account in the manner that the bank deems fit. Any profit generated by the bank from the use of the funds shall belong to the bank. And the bank may at its absolute discretion give a hibah or reward to the customer. Subject to the terms hereof, the bank guarantees payment of the whole sum standing to the credit of the customer's account upon demand. While on the other hand, Bank MUAMALAT, this product is structured under the concept of tawarruk. So, under tawarruk concept, the Sharia compliant commodities are used as an underlying asset for sale and purchase transactions. In general, the transaction involves the buying of Sharia compliant commodities by the customer, and the commodity is then sold for cash to the bank at a selling price, which consists of the deposit amount and a fixed profit. The tawarruk transaction shall be conducted subsequent to the deposit amount placed by the customer. However, the customer is entitled to take possession and delivery of the purchased commodity upon explicit request to the bank, as specified in the terms and conditions. The customer must solely bear all costs and expenses incurred for the delivery and subsequent transfer of ownership of the commodity, and consequently, the deposit amount shall not be paid to the customer. So for eligibility and features, for Bank Islam, eligible to Malaysian citizens and permanent residents. It is the same with Bank MUAMALAT, which is eligible to Malaysians and permanent residents reside in Malaysia. And Bank Islam open to all age, while Bank MUAMALAT open to all individuals above 18 years old only. For minimum opening or minimum deposit, Bank Islam give 20 ringgit, and it is the same with Bank MUAMALAT, which is 20 ringgit also. For Bank Islam minimum balance, there should be 20 ringgit in the account, while on the other hand, Bank MUAMALAT, they need to have 10 ringgit in the bank account. So for the types of account, Bank Islam have individual and joint and trust. This one is for children that is below 12 years old to be opened with parents or legal guardian. So for types of account for Bank MUAMALAT, it is also individual or joint account holders. And Bank MUAMALAT has passbook, but this is not applicable for online account. while Bank Islam doesn't mention any of this, and debit card eye on application from the customer, and the ceiling profit rate 4% of basic saving accounts air tawarruk. Benefits of the products. This information we gain from the bank's website. So for the minimum services, Bank Islam has cash deposit, ATM and over-the-counter withdrawals, fund transfer and bill payment facilities, while Bank MUAMALAT have full debit card functions. And I guess it is also the same as Bank Islam, where they can cash deposit, ATM and over-the-counter withdrawals, and fund transfer and bill payments facilities. Because this type of services is crucial and important to the bank, because the customer need to withdrawal and take their money, or they need to put their money. So for internet banking, so firstly, Bank Islam, they have fund transfer facility, with the exception of Giro facility, where the bank will impose a service charge of 10 cent per transaction to BCA holders, and online bill payment facilities within the bank, account inquiries including account balance or summary, account statement and transaction history. And for Bank MUAMALAT, they have full access to iMuamalat mobile apps and full access to iMuamalat internet banking. And I'm sure that Bank Islam also have this type of features. So other benefit, Bank Islam, there is no service or maintenance charge will be imposed on the account, and we can enjoy the convenience of printing mini statement via ATM machines and ATM withdrawals via maps. For Bank MUAMALAT, existing customers are able to open a new account via iMuamalat, and for this type of opening account, there is no joint account allowed. So for fees and charges, for Bank Islam, option on ATM charges, an annual charge of RM8. The application will be processed as usual, where RM8 will be charged to the customer. So next, any withdrawal exceeding 8 times in a month will be charged at 50 cents per ATM withdrawal. And all BSA holders will enjoy a service charge on only 50 cents for the first transaction for MAPS IBG. Any early closure of the account within 3 months of account opening will be charged RM20 per account. And lastly, any cash withdrawal at ATM owned by other financial institution under MAPS will be charged RM1 per transaction. While for Bank MUAMALAT, the charge for RM20 on replacement of passbook loss. So this cost is for stamp duty on letter of indemnity for RM10, and service charge for sending the letter of indemnity RM5, and service charge on replacement of passbook RM5. Next is replacement of multi-lettered or spoiled passbook. This one, they charge the service for RM5. Next, closing of account for account open less than 3 months requested by the customer, and this is also service charge for RM10 per account, or the available balance, which is the lowest. So next one, debit card issuance fee for RM8, debit card annual fee for RM12, and debit card replacement fee for RM12. So I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, next I will continue with website information. Based on the images, both banks have a significant difference in the design of their website, which are both very well designed and easy to use. Maisarah website had a simple yet effective design that enhanced the user experience, as did Bank MUAMALAT, which did not have heavy graphic elements. The information on the Bank Islam website was sufficient, whereas the information on the Bank MUAMALAT website was a little lacking. Furthermore, both banks had an efficient website downloading speed. Both the Bank Islam and Bank MUAMALAT website are user-friendly, and they have earned high favorability from users based on the app's transition, responsiveness, and practicality, as well as the bank effort to resolve users' issues. So, in general, both bank layout and design are pretty good. It demonstrates that both sites are very useful for users' information needs. But Bank MUAMALAT should include a deposit contract as well as fees and charges to
to make the website worth bookmarking for future references. The bank website should include a chat box to help customers get more information and fully understand the product. This will also improve customer service issues, and it is suggested that the bank improve the design of its website by using multimedia such as graphic, audio files and video files to provide clear and detailed information about the product. In addition, this website also needs to state the date of last revise of the information provided on the website in order to give more accurate and current information of each product and services offered by the bank. For the next part is risk involved in the product. Early withdrawal refers to the removal of funds from a fixed term investment, such as from an annuity, certificate of deposit, CD or qualified retirement account before the maturity date. So for this product, there is no risk associated with it unless it involves run-off, turnover or early withdrawal risk. For Bank Islam, premature withdrawal is allowed but no profit will be paid. But however, the customer shall only be liable to pay 50% of the total brokerage fees or charges that the amount payable shall be deducted from the sale price, which is murabahah. Meanwhile, for Bank MUAMALAT, the principal amount of the deposit shall be guaranteed and will be returned in full upon any premature withdrawal, as this is a capital guarantee deposit product. Upon early withdrawal, customer agree that the profit already paid shall be set off against principal amount, and also customer are strongly discouraged from withdrawing their deposit prior to the maturity date. And next, withdrawal prior to the contractual maturity of the deposit will result in a 100% IBRA penalty. And the customer hereby agrees and consent that any accrued profit shall be subject to rebate, which is IBRA, by the customer to the BMMB.
For the reflection, this assignment really helped us to have a better understanding of Islamic banking, especially of Islamic deposit products in Bank Islam and Bank MUAMALAT. Plus, it also makes us realize that there are many Islamic deposit products that have been provided by banks in Malaysia. When choosing which product we will compare, there are a lot of Islamic deposit products from several banks, making it quite difficult for us to decide. However, we managed to do it by doing a little survey for each product in each bank. This simultaneously makes us gain more knowledge about Islamic deposit products, as we need to go roughly into details for each product. Now, it is up to the individual to choose the best one to make a deposit.
In conclusion, despite the fact that Bank Islam and Bank MUAMALAT both offer an Islamic deposit product, there are significant differences between the two in terms of the features that they offer. Each product has its own distinguishing characteristic that pique the curiosity of potential customer in that particular product. Each financial institution strives to give its client the finest service possible, and each offers perks and services that their rival might not. Serve the greatest product with the best features, also allowing it to attract a large number of customers. In fact, it implies that Islamic banking assures that every financial activity is carried out in accordance with the principle established by the Islamic religion. This can be proven when the two products do not charge elements of interest that can bring usury, and there is no gharar in every business, which is a questionable matter in terms of the source of profit for every investment and sale made. Therefore, it is very important for us as Muslims to always choose Islamic banking as the main choice because it is based on Islamic Sharia.